Hello everybody, my name is Saurabh Chatterjee from CR Photography, and a lot of people ask me that you've been to Spiti Valley so many times, what are the different lenses that you've used? So today I'm going to talk about the different lenses that I've used, and you can also go through the pictures, you can see the EXIF information, so that will give you some idea about what are the different lenses to use in Spiti. Okay, let's get started. So you can see I have used these three different cameras, D600, D610 and then D750 for taking these pictures, and I have used these 11 lenses in all. Okay, so by the way, I'm using Lightroom. Lightroom has this amazing feature. When you press Control F or Command F, you get to this filter where you can filter out based on different criteria, and yeah, I'm going to use this to segregate the pictures based on the different lenses. Okay, so yeah, so with the 22.8, this is one of my most favorite lenses, a tiny lens which I use a lot when I'm going hiking in the hills. So, and you can see I have, out of 99 pictures, I've taken 30 pictures using that lens. Okay, so it's a tiny lens and not a hassle to carry, and amazing picture quality. So quickly I'm going to go through the pictures. Okay, so you can see, you can also see the EXIF information, by the way. So if you want to see the EXIF, the settings that I've used for these pictures, this will be very helpful. Okay, so these are the pictures taken using this lens, and this is my most favorite lens that I have. So, and I have done a lot of astrophotography with that, and for some people who say that 20mm is not wide enough, I have also done stitching of Milky Ways with this lens. So I absolutely have done a lot like that. 2485, so unfortunately only one picture made it to this list. Okay, but I also love this lens, and later I bought this 24-120, which is again the kit lens for my D750. So this is lens, and I have taken 25 pictures using this, about 25% of the pictures taken using this lens. Okay, so yeah, so they are the pictures that you see taken using that lens, and gives a good focal range from 24 till 120. It's quite a good range, so very flexible. So if you ask me about one lens, which is that one lens I would carry, so this is the lens that I'm going to use. Okay, and a lot of times I have just did a whole trip on this lens. So see, and I have a 7200, but I will probably not have time to change when I'm having a moment like this. So yeah, this lens really works well. All right, so now 35 f2, this is again one of my most favorite lenses. I use it quite a lot, and you see 21 out of 99 pictures have been taken using this lens. Okay, so you definitely don't get the advantage of zooming in and zooming out, but I absolutely love the feel and the flexibility. So also this lens has a really close minimum focusing distance if you want to shoot some flowers or something which is very close, so this works out pretty well. Okay, so these are the pictures taken using the 35 f2. So this is again a D lens, so which will not work on D3000 or 5000 series, but if you have anything D7000 and above, so this lens is really good enough. This is 51.4, so I've taken a landscape with this. Okay, so though I don't use a lot of 50mm, not my kind of pictures, but since I carry the lens, I try to use it at least once during the whole trip. 7200 2.8, so everybody knows is a really good lens to have, and I got it quite recently, and you can use this to take some intimate portraits. 7300, so this is my very old lens, but yeah, sometimes before I had this lens, I used to use this one, the 8200 2.8, so an old lens from Nikon, and little heavy, little slow in focusing, but the image quality is again quite incredible, so very comparable to the 7200 2.8. 81.8, so 85 1.8, so very good lens for taking portraits. We have pictures taken using that lens, and so this lens, this is one of my most favorite lenses that I have now. So Tamron 1530 2.8, and I've taken 11 out of 99 pictures using this lens. So I bought this quite recently, so but I am absolutely in love with this lens, the sharpness, and because it's a 2.8 lens, I can always, especially for astrophotography, it makes a huge amount of difference, right? Because I will probably able to shoot at a little lesser ISO. So here you see it's kind of funny how these gaps are there because the clouds are moving. But then Photoshop did an amazing job in bringing out this output. Did a really good job. All right, so these are the pictures. Again, a long exposure of so there's a 30-second exposure of 110 pictures. Okay, this is actually is of another picture which I used to merge this one. Okay, so that's why it's showing 0.8, but otherwise the other exposures were 30 seconds. Okay, there's again a long exposure, 30-second exposure. Okay, all 30 seconds. So 30 seconds is kind of pretty much a standard when I'm doing astrophotography. 35 or 20, 30 or 25 based on the kind of focal length that I'm using. So that's pretty much what I had for you, and I'm going to create a lot more videos which will be quite helpful for you if you are planning a trip to Ladakh or Spiti Valley or other places in India. So you might like to subscribe and do like and share it if you think it worth, and see you again in some other video. Thank you.